All right, guys, welcome back to Trevors Tattoo Talks. We are on episode 4. We're with Armani this time. You guys asked us about 30 questions, so we're going to go ahead and answer these and have a good time. Question number 1, which is each of your ideal tattooing project and why? Asked Caleb. I guess just like a large scale sleeve or a large scale, like just piece in general. I don't know. What do you think? Ideal project?
For me, the most ideal would be any project where I get creative control.
Yeah.
And I'm able to guide them, because a lot of clients they really don't let you do your thing. Even if they start with, I just want you to, you do it. And I want you, you're the artist. And but then they get all picky and shit. I hate that shit.
Yeah. Just like anyone that gives us creative control.
Your boy.
Trust us. Basically, I don't know, just wants to do cool stuff. So preferably I would like to do something that has faces in it, pop culture, skulls, just things that like I genuinely like. So, but at the end of the day, it's also projects that I would prefer, just projects that we get to like push boundaries creatively. So just like try new things and inspiration that we've been taking in from maybe other artists, whatever, we like kind of get to create that. But yeah. Number 2, Mia asks, client horror stories.
That's a good one.
You have one?
I mean, when I first started, I had a lot of crazy experiences.
Like a horror story. So something like a
horror story. I mean, what about when your client passed out?
Which one?
Oh, damn.
A horror story? Okay, I mean, I've had a client pass. You haven't had any clients pass out? Really?
No.
Okay, I'm not the only one in the shop, by the way. But I've only had one. Or no, I had 2 clients. Okay, I guess this is a horror story. The first day that I tattooed, we were tattooing at Jimmy's tattoo studio over in Westerville. The first day I'm tattooing in there, my client didn't eat, smoked weed. I think he went out the night before.
Bender.
Yeah, all 3. And I'm tattooing him. It wasn't even a crazy spot. It was like his like arm, shoulder area. He passed out. And I'm like, bro, first day, But I guess that's a horror story. Besides that, it would just be kind of like, remember the infinity tattoo that I did?
Oh, yes. No, situations like that. Yeah. Oh, my God.
I had to do like when a client basically wanted like the most difficult design. It was like an infinity symbol, but all of her sons' names, but they wanted it to be, it was a whole thing. But long story short, that's like a horror story where you're just like, you just want to go home. Like you're not even enjoying it anymore. But
for me, it's just when somebody just has like terrible skin, just doesn't moisturize, and you're sitting there, you're pulling a line or you're shading and you wipe and then nothing.
Yeah.
That's when you're like, it's about to be a long ass fucking day.
Yeah. Or just like really leathery skin.
Yeah. Or you're like tattooing somewhere like the ribs, the stomach.
But that's not like a
back of the shoulder.
It's just like it's just like a difficult day.
For me, it is.
Horror story is like they come in, they haven't showered in 3 days. And
I don't know. We have pretty cool clientele, so like, there's not really nothing too bad.
Hunter said, "Love the sweatshirts." Oh, because he bought me a sweatshirt. He's in New York. Keep up the great work. Need to make another trip out there. Yeah, my client Hunter drove all the way from upstate New York.
Shout out Hunter.
7 hours, got tatted. Shout out to Hunter. We also need to continue that sleeve. I agree. Jillian said, hello, Jillian. I need you to repot my plant when you got time. Anyway, all right. Number 3, is it okay to do the self-taught route?
I think it's okay to do the self-taught route when you're actually an artist first, because you've already mastered artistry, you already understand it, and it's going to come out so much easier to you just because you're a fucking natural. But if you're not an artist, because I do believe that, I mean, obviously you're not going to be as good and you're going to struggle more, but you can master tattooing without, knowing how to be an artist previously, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's okay to do the self-taught, but I think I forgot here, unlock your phone. At the beginning of the question, she also asked if you can't get into an apprenticeship. I forgot.
Okay.
So is it okay to do the self-taught route?
Back to the question.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's okay. I think it's going to be hard road ahead, but if you can try to get an apprenticeship, at the end of the day, you should first start with getting a portfolio together that you can go ahead and present to an artist. And if you're doing really good drawings, if you're tattooing on fake skin, if you're doing the things that you should be doing and you present that to a tattoo artist and they see that you actually are putting the work in and have that drive, I would say 9 times out of 10, the tattoo artist will probably respect that. So I think that's first things first.
Yeah. For me, it's okay to do whatever the fuck you want. Do it. If you want to do it, do it. I try to tell everyone, friends, family, whoever I know, if they ever feel like tattooing, yes, do it. It's an amazing lifestyle, an amazing career. And once you literally reach a certain level, you're literally just so happy. Every day's fun. You know what I mean? Comes with a lot of responsibility. You have to be dedicated. It's not easy, but nothing in life worth having is easy. So you can do whatever you want. Do it.
What's your favorite tattoo that you have done? Ask Kyle.
I have a couple. I have like a big ass back piece that I love on my homie Jason.
Oh,
remember?
Yeah, the one they brought.
He came to Chicago with me.
Yeah, I haven't seen him before.
The leg sleeve that I'm working on, Sienna, the leg sleeve goes crazy. What about you? Those are two of my favorites.
I don't know. There's a lot of great projects. I would say the one that I'm working on Luke, where I have the samurai.
I'm sick.
In the inside. We're not almost done. We have a lot done on it. That one's just a fun one, just because
fast too.
We did.
Just about has a whole leg sleeve in what, 4 sessions?
Yeah, 5 sessions. We almost did a whole leg sleeve, but they're all like 10-hour sessions, like some crazy stuff. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of dope pieces. The Harry Potter sleeve I've done, that's sick. The Marvel sleeve on my brother's cool. There's just like, and then even like the one on Cosmo, his leg, that one's pretty sick. Mm-hmm. I feel like each week you get like new clients too, and you kind of starting new projects where you get their.
That's the fun part.
There's a bunch. I don't have a favorite. I would say
it's impossible. Impossible.
If I win tattoo of the day at a tattoo convention,
be your favorite.
That's my favorite. But until I win tattoo of the day or like best of show, I just have to keep.
You did win an award though.
I did win an award, but I didn't win the award that I want. So
we'll get there.
Yeah. What artist has had the biggest influence on you? Ask Josh, or on how you tattoo. Ask Josh.
For me, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not glazing no fucking artists out there. I'm the artist that I actually know.
You talking about me?
Trevor. Yes, I was gonna name you. Trevor is one of them, but I'm just gonna say Max and Trevor and Jimmy.
Yeah.
Those 3 artists have literally helped me become who I am today. So shout out to them.
I would say, yeah, from like our circle, like obviously just each other. I think we all like look at each other's work because, it's close by and you can kind of just get inspired by it or whatever. But like from like an actual like other artists, just through Instagram, there's so many different dope artists out there.
Yeah. In the beginning though, like I was really big into Mr. Cartoon. I don't know if you guys know who that is, but
I don't know who that is.
I mean, if you don't, there is a documentary on Netflix.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Okay.
The LA guy. Yeah, he's a beast. His lifestyle is like, I always followed it before like even the documentary even came out through magazines. No, he was traveling, tattooing all the celebrities, going on tour with them, like living that. He was the rock star to the rock stars.
I'm trying to think though. I feel like when it comes to like, you take inspiration from different artists that do different things. So like Shine, the way that he uses contrast levels, but then you have like Noah Bissey, the way he does portraits, like that inspires you. So you kind of there's a lot of artists that are really good at what they do. And then you kind of get inspired by those and then you create your own kind of like, you take each kind of piece and you create your own kind of like style and the way that you tattoo, So how do you connect with clients to understand their vision for a tattoo? Ask AJ.
For me, like I try to kind of like read their vibe. I send them what I need, and then I kind of just like, I like to do my thing and then kind of get some feedback from them. But I connect most in person. Like I like to go off of their energy, their vibe, their facial expression. Like I can tell when they're not fucking with a certain idea and when they actually absolutely love it. And I'm like, okay, good. Like I'm glad they love it. Like I'm, How about you?
First, try to get an understanding. So what they're wanting. So if it's like a Greek sleeve or if it's like a commemorating a loved one or if it's a religious thing, you kind of just try to understand the story and the approach that they're like, what story they're trying to tell, what approach, like if they just want like a fierce tattoo or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
So first try to understand what exactly they're trying to accomplish, what kind of look they want, what kind of feel do they want on their body for the rest of their life. And then from there, with the knowledge that we have behind, okay, what pieces would look good, what would flow well, what does this, blah, blah, blah. Then it's kind of our job to tell that story in which they're trying to portray in a like cool way that flows well on the body, and something that's like original that you haven't seen before.
Right.
So
yeah,
that's kind of how I feel like that's the best way to connect.
The best way to connect, is to like kind of dive into whatever theme it is, whether it's,
And then from there, when you're actually tattooing them, connecting is just like talking to them. Like I feel like both of us do like talk a lot to our clients and you just connect with them. Just, I don't know, it's just normal shit. You're just sitting there talking 6 hours, maybe talking about watching a movie or something. So
Yeah.
offering food.
Because a lot of
food
artists
together.
don't talk. Like they'll just
Yeah,
throw
put
on some headphones and just,
Yeah.
you know.
The only way I ever put on headphones is if it's a convention because I got to lock in. But besides that, yeah, I'll talk to my clients always. At what age do you think you will not tattoo anymore? Ask Orion. Well, for me, I would say I want to tattoo as long as I can. I think it would basically be just like any job when your body starts to, you can't do the things that you used to before. So I think making sure that us as artists like stay healthy outside of tattooing when it comes to food, working out, just, really just how you should in general. Just taking care of yourself and your body, that will help prolong the longevity of your career. So as long as I can, but at the same time, you never ever know where life's going to take you. So
Right.
I don't think I have a specific number.
Age? Yeah, I don't know. I don't even think about the age. I'm going to do it for as long as I can. It's something I love, and it's something that brings me peace, and I enjoy being creative every day. So as long as I can do it for, like, I'm going to be one of those OGs that's just like, cooking up
Armani's going to have a gold-plated cane just coming through like, hey, guys.
You're going to see me with a grill.
He's going to be 7 hours late, though, this time. He's like, sorry, last night I forgot to take my pills.
All right, next question.
He's like, shut up. What's the hardest lesson you have had to learn in 2024? Ask Eve. That's a deep one.
For me, the hardest lesson is to learn how to balance your mental health and doing more things for you, because it's very hard in the beginning. You just you lock in and you just say yes to everything because you want to succeed. You're building a clientele, so it's hard to switch out of that when you're just like yes, because you never know. Like one small, medium tattoo could lead to multiple, several other big projects or whatever. You know what I mean? You just never know, and those could branch out into more other ones. How about you?
I would say 2024 has been just like a big growing phase in general. From a tattoo standpoint and to like a personal life standpoint for me. From tattooing, the biggest lesson that I've learned this year is just putting yourself out there when opportunities are out there for me when it comes to my career and stuff like that, taking advantage of that opportunity because sometimes those doors don't open again. So I think I've just really tried to take advantage of like all the opportunity that has been there in front of me. And I think that I've been doing a good job at it. Yeah, I think. And then on top of it, again, like the balance, the work-life balance, turning my phone off sometimes or putting my phone down. And, it's okay to not bond to clients at 12 o'clock on a Friday night. It's
being more present.
So just being more. And then from a personal standpoint, there's just been a lot of growth, kind of just focusing on like myself and doing deep dives into the things that I like to do. Yeah, there's a million lessons that I've learned this year. But overall, I think the biggest one is just at the end of the day, there's nothing in life, is always just going to go as planned as you want. You can want it to go X, Y, and Z. You can try to set it up. At the end of the day, it's not really your control. So I think the biggest thing that I've learned is, just because it's not going a certain way that you want it to, that it's going to be, it's going to go the right way at some point. So
yeah, my biggest takeaway for 2024 is that how important, like the importance of building a good foundation around you and, creating something where you have such good a support system, positive people, good energy, like-minded individuals. Like it's really so important who you spend your time with, because if you're sitting there wasting it with negative ass people, like, you know what I mean? Like one little thing goes wrong and then you're surrounded by all this negative energy. So for me, the biggest takeaway is that when you build a strong foundation like that, you know what I mean? You live your life based around, your personal goals and your mental health and who you really are as an individual and the things that make you happy. No matter what happens in life, you're always going to be okay. That's a huge lesson.
Don't listen to anything he just said. I was kidding. What tattoo machine would you recommend for a beginning tattoo artist? There's a lot. I don't know if there's necessarily like the one. I remember when I first started, I just used like a Dragon Hulk tattoo machine from Amazon. If you're just working on fake skin, I think the least of your worries is like, oh, do I need to get a Bishop rotary or like anything like a high end? So
for beginners,
probably just do like something around the ballpark of like 200 to 300.
And then you can get like a $50 machine, like on,
but
you know what I mean? You see all these little tiny tattoo
I've never used.
They give
those
you a machine part of the package and the shit. I haven't either, but for beginners, it's perfect. Get you a rotary machine.
Yeah,
A
at the end of the
rotary
day, get a
machine.
rotary.
A rotary machine that you can adjust how much the needle hangs out, because that's very, very important. And I know that for beginners, they don't know anything about that. So a rotary machine, not a coil machine.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't think any of them would get a coil machine.
Well, they ask though. It's very important for beginners. They don't know.
Yeah. If you get a
'Cause
coil
you're-
machine off bat, you're gonna be loved in the walk-in shops. The
Yeah, you're gonna be
the
loved
biker
by
gangs
old
will love you.
guys. Yeah, but yeah, a rotary machine has adjustable voltage and adjustable. I would say go for something with like a digital
Yeah.
things that you can see what the voltage is at, and one that you can adjust how far the needle hangs out of the cartridge.
You can just do some research.
That's it.
It's really not that hard.
Yeah, just grab something. on
Dragon
Amazon.
Hawk, Cheyenne, stuff like that. Even I'm sure
Yeah.
there's like even cheaper ones on Amazon. I just have never used
And
them.
if you
So
have the budget, get you something
yeah,
nice.
I don't want to tell someone to
but
like, do
beginners.
something. Yeah. All right. Salam asks, what's your favorite or what's your skincare routine?
Shout out Mad Rabbit.
Mad Rabbit doesn't have any. Oh, I guess they have lotion. Yeah, shout out to Mad Rabbit's lotion. That's what I use all the time, every day, nonstop throughout the day.
What was the question?
Skincare routine. I actually do use what's it called? CeraVe. What is it? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Does
I think
he
it's
mean like on our face.
yeah, dog.
Okay.
No, on your butt cheeks. CeraVe, isn't that
mean
called?
by that?
Yeah, that's what I use. It's just normal shit. Actually, my doctor
Yeah.
client told me to use that.
Just fucking drink water, exfoliate, moisturize. Boom. As a
Yeah, I
man,
do.
like
I did drink a lot of
there's
water.
drink a lot of fucking water, moisturize. Go get facials though. Get you a facial every now and then. Don't be a little bitch. Just get a facial. They're nice, and support local businesses.
What's the hardest part about becoming an established tattoo artist?
Building a clientele and realizing that it's not just about art. There's so many different sectors to the business. You're an account manager, you're a content creator, customer service. You know what I mean? You have to study art all the fucking time. So you're a student, you're always a student, you're an artist. You know what I mean? You have to provide a good experience. It's a lot to it.
Yeah, it's more than to become an established tattoo artist takes a lot of work. At the end of the day, it's not easy, but at the same time, like you have to have that within you deep to like
it's
want
not easy at all.
that. But yeah, like he said, like there's so much that goes into being a tattoo artist. It's not just like la di da da da.
Yep.
Just come tattoo people. Like yeah, you're always trying to get better.
We make it look easy, but
Yeah, the mental side of things of just it's a lot. Everything when it comes to just the social media, all that stuff. To be at the top of the top, you can't have a lot of distractions in your life. You have to put a lot of distractions aside if that's really what you want. It's just like anything like
sacrifices.
if you want to be at the top of any kind of profession. What's the most challenging tattoo you've ever done? Asked Chris. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I don't know I don't think I've ever taken on anything cover-ups. I would say sometimes cover-ups are probably the most, if there's going to be something that's going to be challenging, it's cover-ups.
Cover-ups, yeah.
But I know one I have coming up that's going to be the most challenging.
Fuck, me too. I have one too.
This guy, he has a full arm sleeve that's probably like 10 to 14 years old. That is a full, like it's pretty saturated, and I'm going to turn it into a galaxy, and it's going to be a lot of work. But we're gonna get it done. It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
But I know it's definitely gonna take a lot of sessions, a lot of planning, all kinds of stuff. So but I'm excited for it.
Besides that, it's not really like challenging. You kind of like with tattooing, every day is something different. So you kind of get good at adapting and going with the flow and just kind of, making it work out for you.
Lindsay just asked challenging placements.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Ribs is kind of weird because it's like the way that it's bent. I would say the neck is a challenging one. The knee. Yeah. Just anything that kind of like bends.
I would say the stomach because they breathe or like.
Yeah. I haven't tattooed that many stomachs though. But just like anything that's like kind of curved where you're trying to do like anything straight or symmetrical.
Sternums because they breathe.
Yeah. Sternums.
The neck.
Sternum's not too bad. But yeah, the neck for sure. Especially the throat. I haven't done a head tattoo. I was doing twins.
It was actually nice because the head on the skin is so tight. Like it's literally like practice skin, but better.
What got you into tattooing? Ask Ohio Kid.
For me, it's something that I've always loved. I've always been a tattoo enthusiast at a very young age. Magazines, the culture. Yeah, how about you?
Spilt Social said, get turn up.
Shout out Spilt Social.
Shout out to Spilt Social for they hosted our 1 year party. That was a good time.
The homie Josiah.
Even Jerry came.
Yeah, they pulled up.
All right, I'm gonna have you read them now.
All right, what is it? Where are we at?
I haven't even answered. What has got me into tattooing? I would say I was always an artist. I like tattoos, nothing too crazy growing up. What first kind of got me into it was other people actually asking me to draw tattoo designs for them. So they knew I could draw in general. So they would ask me like, hey, I'm trying to get a tattoo. Do you think you could draw something up? Which is kind of funny now thinking back, because I'm like, dang, these people were bringing my drawings to tattoo artists. Like that was probably so annoying for those tattoo artists. Like
that's cool though.
Yeah, it's cool, but like sometimes like, you know what I'm saying?
I've gotten that, and I'm like,
yeah, especially like those.
I had my friend draw it up. He's an artist.
Yeah. But even then, like my drawings back then weren't like, they were drawings, but they weren't like anything crazy or whatever. I'm sure that tattoo artist was like, yeah, no, we'll probably do something else, you know?
Yeah.
Shaquille said, wee. What does that even mean? Way.
Shout out Shaquille.
What was it?
Okay, the next one. What trends are you seeing in the tattoo industry right now? Asked Michael.
The biggest trend right now that I've seen is, I understand it, but not completely. There's this thing called 4D tattoo. Have you seen this trend? But it's like, It's basically I don't get it. 3D tattoos are just like, what's the difference between 3D and 4D? I guess it's like the metallic looking tattoos where it's like, they look like shiny. Like it's not just chrome though. Like they do different like kind of things. It's really just a really good microrealism tattoo. But it might have like silverish or like shiny, like a strawberry, whatever. I'm not necessarily understanding the like 4D aspects because I'm like, what's the fourth dimension? But whatever. I'm probably just being annoying about it. Other trends are the cyber chism or whatever the fuck that shit is. It's basically like our era of tribal. Like it's like 2024's era of tribal.
It's art. People are gonna make up their own shit.
Yeah,
whatever. There's an audience for everything.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't mind any of it, but
if you like it, like it. Gives a fuck.
It definitely is funny.
What trends are you seeing in the tattoo industry?
Trends?
That's what he said.
Everyone, I'm not even just saying this.
Just say it.
I've seen a trend.
What is it?
Where a lot of artists are switching over to Mad Rabbit that were with Hustle Butter before.
That is a big trend right now.
It's a trend. I can drop names.
Yeah.
Shine's coming over.
Mad Rabbit is trending.
Well, I don't know if they've announced it, but Kevin Leroy and Anthony Michaels might be switching over, please. But yeah, there's like a lot of, I see a trend of people switching over. What else? Another trend. Oh, I think there's been a lot more within the industry. A lot more people are kind of like doing seminars to teach other tattoo artists or other people that want to learn. So they're hosting like seminars or portfolio reviews or more content on Instagram and social media, kind of just like teaching. I've noticed there's been a lot more
the tiny tattoo courses and all that.
Fuck the tiny tattoo courses. All right, I was gonna be straight up. Fuck the tiny tattoo courses.
That's a trend that we're seeing.
Actually, not. I'm a deep dive on this because we're not holding back. Especially, I don't know. No, I'm not saying everywhere, but here in Ohio, I'm tired of seeing basically people ripping people off for money. It's a money pool. Basically, essentially, what is happening is.
It's a money grab.
Yeah, it's just a money grab. They're like, oh, we're going to teach them and we're going to give them a certification or license. You don't need that. You don't need it's a piece of paper with a random word on it that makes you feel good about yourself. And then you're like, I'm certified. You're not. You probably don't even fully know, because I see these people that are certified and they're doing these tattoos and it's not even their fault necessarily. I think it's people that are hosting these things trying to convince people that they can tattoo now. There's a lot more that goes into it, because I see these artists' tattoos and there's nothing fine about these lines. I'm not going to rant too much, but I'm just saying.
We hear all the horror stories and then we have to cover them up.
Yeah, we have to fix these tattoos.
Yeah, we have to fix all of them.
I don't know. All I'm going to say is this. Do your research and realize that a lot of these tiny tattoo mentorship or courses or whatever, if it takes 2 weeks for you to get certified on something.
Not even, bro. Like 2 days, a day.
Either way,
day course.
What I'm saying is, like, at the end of the day, it's like you should use your head a little bit. It's probably kind of scammy in a way, you know? Like
I will say I have seen a select few that do that, and they put out excellent work.
Yeah.
So, but it's like 1 in 100. Like,
my point being is, do your research on the actual course. If the course makes sense, where it's set up in a way, where it's like it's a month or two training or whatever.
Look at the reviews.
Look at the people that have been through the actual. Look at their work as well.
Look at their work.
You know. Their Instagram might look all nice and stuff, but what tattoos?
And go to a tiny tattoo course from an actual artist, like a talented artist, not just some random.
That was probably a good clip,
Yeah.
so you're welcome, guys.
Yeah. What tattoo convention has been the best, and where would you recommend artists to go? Ask Shelby.
The best tattoo convention that I've been
Chicago.
to. Oh, really?
For me,
You and
You've
Max
been to more.
love
You've been to
Chicago.
more. Chicago was a vibe.
I mean, it was
It
cool.
was crazy.
It was definitely cool. It was big.
For us, I mean, we had more fun.
Yeah, but I'm talking about it's a tattoo convention, not just
I know, I'm
let's-
just kidding.
where
No,
we
what
party.
happened?
Arizona was pretty sick as an actual like what
Oh yeah, and then Arizona.
Phoenix. I would say Phoenix,
Yeah.
Hell
It
City.
used to be Chicago, but Arizona for sure.
The reason
Hell
why
City,
is
Arizona.
it's there's a lot of really good artists that were at convention for one, but for two, it's connected to a resort. You
really
get done
nice
tattooing
resort.
and you can
Yeah.
just go lay by the pool or go golf or like I don't know. It's a pretty cool setup. I'm excited to go to Philly this year. I haven't been to Philly's convention. That's actually in like 4 weeks. I'll be going. So I'm excited for
I
that.
think you're doing Empire.
Empire in New York will be cool. I heard that it's not the same anymore. Like it used to be a lot cooler, but I'm sure it's still pretty sick. So yeah, that will be in May in New York. And then what was the second part of it? Where do you recommend artists go?
to go.
I would say start with Villain Arts, like a Chicago, a Philly,
Yeah.
a Baltimore. Baltimore. Those are the biggest ones of Villain Arts.
Yeah, try to knock out some local ones wherever you are,
Local too.
because it's most likely you'll know some people there.
Yeah.
And then just branch out and meet people. Actually, go to these events and network and meet people. You'll create opportunities for you to guest spot in different places,
And meet new clientele.
meet new clientele, and travel. What was the hardest part about opening a shop? Asked Tony.
Finding the right spot.
Finding the right spot. It took us over like 2 years to try to find, especially like with it being a startup, it's just dealing with the landlords.
Mhm. Especially in the tattoo. Oh yeah, we never
Yeah.
talked on that.
Commercial real estate is just like dealing with those type of landlords.
They don't really like. There's kind of a stigma
They're usually old heads
that
and they don't really get it.
Yeah.
But luckily we met like the coolest guy. Shout out Bud Dairy Food Hall.
Lycan, right? Shout out Lycan.
Yeah, shout out Lycans. As soon as we showed him our business plan, he was like, yeah, I want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Like, let's do it.
Yeah, and they really like us and we have a good relationship with them.
Yeah.
But I think, the hardest part was finding the right spot. And then there was a couple times we thought we found the right spot.
Multiple
But
times, yeah.
Either A, like you said, the landlord found out it was going to be a tattoo shop and they had a stigma. Literally, like
Yeah.
it was one of the times, one of the guys was like down for it, yes. But then his business partner
Yeah, the
had
other
this
guy.
huge thing against tattoos
Yeah.
and like whatever. So he said
We
no.
were about to close on that one, but then
But it
dealing
all
with
worked
the
out.
health department, the building being in the right type of zoning is another thing. The layout has to be right.
And we had barbers in there as well.
And
so
yeah, we were looking for a business where we could do a barber shop and for my homies and then combine it with
for
tattooing.
my homies. Yeah. Pouring out for my homies.
For my hom-
But yeah, so I think that was like the hardest part.
Can you share a funny or unexpected moment you've had while tattooing?
A funny one. I don't even know if this is that funny, but when I was tattooing at Incarceration up in I forget if that's like Marion, Ohio. Either way, this girl, I was tattooing her and I was like on her upper hip and I was like, she kind of smelled a little bit, you know? And I was sitting there and I was like, so where are you guys staying? 'Cause
Like
it was-
fish?
No, like BO.
BO?
Yeah.
Oh.
Long story short, I asked them where they were staying because it was like a rock concert or whatever. And they're like, oh, we're staying in our car. And I was like, oh, nice. I was like, is there like a shower that like they have out there for you guys to like clean up? And she's like, oh no, we're just showering in the bath or like the
sink.
the sink.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, nice. And like in my head, I'm like, I can tell, like fuck, man. So I guess it was an unexpected moment where I was like, wow, this girl hasn't showered in 2 days and was showering in a sink. I don't know, a funny one. I think we have a lot of funny
Every day
moments
is
in the
fucking
shop.
funny.
Yeah.
If we're very lucky to work with some funny ass motherfuckers, like
Yeah.
every day is so fucking funny.
Dustin
Every
Stoneburner
day.
is hilarious. Every day he walks in, you hear his voice immediately and you just start to laugh because you know something's
It's just
coming.
every day is fucking funny and unexpected, literally.
Yeah.
You never know what you're going to walk into, but it's always the best vibes. They provide all the LOLs.
Yes.
What keeps you motivated? Ask Sean. What keeps you going?
What keeps me going?
What keeps you going?
I think the goals.
What drives you? What's your fuel?
Okay. My goal, like I would say,
Who hurt you?
okay. What motivates me the most is just like the goals in which I've set out for myself, the drive and desire to want to accomplish those things. I think that keeps me motivated. The guys around me keep me motivated. When Max is coming in every day or if I'm coming in every day, it like it sets that bar so that you're also you want to be just as good as them. You want to push each other. So
Yeah.
just life, just normal life shit. Just wanting to be like the best version of me and stuff, all that kind of stuff. What about you?
For me, what keeps me motivated is just I want to be the type of person who leads by example and practice what I preach and
Never being late.
Shut the fuck up. And I do what I want. Fuck out of here.
You said practice what I preach, and I was like,
I practice what I preach. I'm like, hey, if you're a little late, it's cool. I don't mind. I'm not gonna cry about it. Be a little bitch about it.
Armani tells his clients to come at 9 a.m. And I was like, Armani, you don't even wake up at 9 a.m.
If they know me, they know. 9:30. No, also for me, I just feel like it's my duty. It's my duty to lead by example, be disciplined, whatever.
Just be that guy.
Be that, yeah, just him. Wake up and be him.
What are the difference in tattoo needles? Asked Luke. There's a lot of different needles for all kinds of different techniques and things to do. Different tattoo needles. You have, we'll just go through them.
There's so fucking many.
So you start with here.
There's too many.
So say you have a 5-round liner, okay? It's going to be 5 needles that come to a point. And then you'll have a 5-round shader. It's basically 5 needles that are in a circle, essentially. And then you have a 5 curve mag where it kind of looks like how your hand is. Then you have a 5 flat mag. And then on top of that, so those are just your normal, you got a liner, shader, curve mag, flat mag. From there, there's difference in the diameter of the actual needle, the taper of the needle. So it could get like thinner or like thinner quick or thinner
quality
over time.
For sure, with different companies.
All different qualities. The way that it's set up, it's called the membrane, but the way that the actual needles bounce around or like kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, but move within the actual cartridge.
I prefer the ones with membrane so the ink doesn't flow into your machine.
Yeah, for sure. I mean? But there's so many different, and that's the thing about when you're becoming a tattoo artist. Not only do you have to learn all these different needles, but you have to learn what needles do you use in what circumstance and what goes well even with the machine that you're using. So what machine pairs well with certain things, and then also what area the tattoo or of the skin that you're tattooing. There's a bunch of stuff, but
tattooing is just like a whole sum of so many different variables coming together.
Yeah, it's not just like a lot of people think like, oh, just
turn the machine on, and load the card and go, right?
Yeah, no, there's like a million, and then what ink you're using.
At first, it's so much information; it's very, very overwhelming.
Yeah,
but then you start to speak the language. It's a language. Yeah, you'll learn it. Let's give it time. Justin asked, "How did Armani bully you into going to Tulum?" It was easy.
No, it was fucked
easy.
Up. It was fucked up. Actually, you know what? The best part about him bullying me into coming to Tulum, him and Andrew, who are coming, were like, yeah, dude, check out this Airbnb. It's going to be sick, bro. You should come. We're going on the 9th to the 13th. And I'm like, oh, sick. They're like, yeah, bro. So I'm like,
nah, he wanted to come. Don't let him fool you with this bullshit ass story. Listen, he wants to come.
I booked the flight, right? So yeah, I did. I booked the flight. So then I booked the flight. I get added to the group chat. And then I'm like, so what are the details of the Airbnb? They're like, oh, we haven't booked it. And I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, we got to do that. And I'm like, okay, well, let's do that. And they're like, well, we can't on our accounts. Can you book it, Trevor? I'm like, sure, fucking fuck faces.
Yeah, we're banned from Airbnb.
so then from there, I look at the dates. We can't even book the Airbnb for the dates that they
the one that we
wanted to.
The one that we wanted. But there's so fucking many. And
so then we have to find another one.
It's not a big deal.
Long story short, though, it's hilarious that they're like, yeah, bro, you should come. I'm like, bro, you guys don't even have anything planned. I just planned it for you. You needed me.
I needed my administrations guy there. So he usually takes care of that.
They bamboozled me. They didn't bully me. They bamboozled me.
Yeah. Oh my God. Your life is so hard.
Yeah.
Sahara asked, how much of an investment is it to get into tattooing, and is it affordable?
From the start, I think it could be. It just, you have to.
In the beginning, I remember I ran the numbers, and it was something that I couldn't fully run at the time. You build a list in the beginning, build a list of all the supplies and everything that you're going to need. And just start acquiring piece by piece.
Yeah.
Until you have everything that you need to get started, then
I think it's affordable.
It's affordable.
The reason why I say it's affordable is when I first started, I was a college kid. I had like money at all
Right.
at the time. And all I did was I ordered a cheap Amazon tattoo machine. I ordered Easy Carts, which is also an Amazon tattoo needle. And I ordered silicone fake skin. And then there's a couple other things I need. Like you can use deodorant to put the stencil on. Like
I started
you
with
could
that.
hand draw the stencil. If you really want to become a tattoo artist and you really
That's how I
want,
started.
like, yeah, you're going to just use the cheap versions that you can. And like, yeah, it's obviously that's not what you want to do long term, but at the
It's
beginning,
inexpensive though. You can do it.
yeah,
You can definitely do it.
The first thing I tattooed on was an orange. So yeah,
I used to sit there and just like hand draw the stencils. Like I didn't have a printer. I didn't have a stencil printer or a thermal printer. None of that. I used to freehand a lot of, thankfully I'm an artist, so that was pretty easy. But then I got a little more serious with it.
guys, legit.
Yeah. And then I started to stay up the night before and prepare the stencil for the next day.
Yeah.
It was a sacrifice. Luckily, the stencils that like the sizing that I picked the night before always worked out, because if let's say the client was like, I want 10% smaller or bigger, I would have had to hand draw the whole thing again. And I used to trace
That's what I would
I had a small little iPad. I would put the stencil paper on there, like the thin
I had
part,
a light box.
and trace it. I didn't have a light box.
Yeah. Well, I didn't at first. Max gave me it, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Light boxes are good. I like light boxes. Jordan asks, how do you stay creative and inspired in your work?
Biggest way I would say that I stay inspired in my work is
Trevor does yoga.
no
Goat yoga, hot yoga.
I think just looking at other tattoos, and then also looking at your own tattoos and kind of figuring out like what what you're doing good at, what you think you could improve on, and then seeing what other artists are doing as well, kind of taking inspiration. And then just like having like creative thoughts, like trying to just taking that time before your actual sessions to think about, okay, what's the tattoo at hand? What can I kind of do to like do something different? Just kind of just taking it serious, I guess is the best way to describe it.
I microdose shrooms. That helps me stay creative and inspired.
We can tell.
Trevor inspires me.
And Trevor and shrooms go hand in hand.
Yeah.
That's how I inspire the Fluff Studio guys too.
Yeah. I just give all my guys shrooms and they're always inspired and creative.
Cut that out.
But yeah, shrooms.
Sponsor us. Get sponsored by your local.
That'd be sick. All right, here we go. If you could tattoo anyone in the world, who would it be and why? Asked Blaze.
Blake.
Blaze sounds cooler.
Okay, Blaze. Anyone in the world?
Yeah, who would
I
it
don't
be?
know. I first like
Cristiano Ronaldo.
I would say, I don't know, LeBron would be pretty cool. Just because but now that like I thought always LeBron, but now I kind of want to do like someone that like could kind of
Like a Bella Danger or something like that.
no.
Riley Reid.
No. All right. No, I think more of someone that's like business mogul, like someone I can learn from, like sit down and talk to them while I'm tattooing them.
Like soccer players are pretty cool to tattoo.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk would be dope.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan would be fire, actually.
Mhm.
Joe Rogan would be pretty sick.
Who's that other guy?
Ronaldo would be sick.
No, the guy that's like
Speed?
punch your wife.
Theo Vaughn?
Yeah, Theo Vaughn would be sick.
I go home to punch.
to drink Monster.
Oh, look, Cam's in here. What up, Cam?
Yo, what up, Cam? Shout out Ink Life Crazy.
But-
Shout out Ink Life Crazy.
I think that's all.
Cam's in the
questions.
chat. Cam's in the
Is
chat.
there anything else that you would like to talk about? Jerry, do you have a question?
Jerry, you got a question for us?
Do you have anything?
That's good. No, that was good.
All right, well,
Covered a lot of shit for real. You guys answered a bunch of other questions too in your other Q&As.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I didn't say a lot of these were, but all right, guys, that is going to wrap it up for the Trevors Tattoo Talks episode 4 with Armani. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and I will be seeing you next time on episode 5. I think that we'll be having Andrew Carter on, who was our tattoo apprentice at one point. And
That's gonna
besides
be
that,
a good one. Shout out Andrew.
make sure you like, comment,
Comment and smash that like button.
turn on the notifications. But yeah, no, seriously, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all of you guys, and happy holidays. Peace.
Happy holidays.